Okay, welcome back everyone. We have some exciting news. We're all going to be rich. How, you may ask? Well, we're going to print a $1 trillion coin. Yes, that really is a plan that was proposed, a new stimulus bill that was proposed. They actually want to mint $1 trillion coins to help pay for a $2,000 additional stimulus check to every single American out there, plus $1,000 per month in ongoing stimulus to every single person in America. I'm going to be talking about that new proposal, whether or not I think it's going to pass, and give some breaking information about stimulus checks for those who are on Social Security, disability, and veterans benefits. I'm going to be covering all of that in this video. My name is Kevin Conway. I make personal finance videos like this one all the time, so if you want to stay informed with the latest stimulus bill news, be sure to subscribe to the channel, and please give a like to this video if it helped you out in any way, and be sure to leave a comment below if you have any questions, and also leave a comment if you have any thoughts on the recent proposal for the new stimulus bill. Let me know. Now let's get right into it. So 150 million Americans are scheduled to get a stimulus check, but only 88 million people have received it so far. So why are we talking about additional stimulus bills? Well, it looks like we're doing that because this pandemic is probably going to last a lot longer than any one of us thought in the beginning. But on both sides of the aisle, people are talking about new stimulus bill measures. For example, Joe Biden has talked about how he wants to see a stimulus bill way bigger than the $2 trillion CARES Act that we just passed. Trump and Congress and everybody else in the administration is also talking about expanding the stimulus bill to cover new individuals, new businesses, and to provide new programs. In other words, stimulus just will not die. And one of those stimulus bills is actually pretty interesting and actually getting pretty popular online. It's called the ABC proposal, or Automatic Boost to Communities Act. So what is the deal with the ABC proposal? Well, here's the meat of the matter. Every single person living in America, child, citizen, non-citizen, doesn't matter. Every single person would be treated the exact same under this bill. Doesn't matter what your income is, doesn't matter if you just got here, whether or not you were just born, like my 9-week-old son, it doesn't really matter. You would get the exact same thing. And what is that? Well, you would get $2,000, everybody, right away, a $2,000 check loaded on to a government-issued debit card. You can actually get that debit card at a bank. You could have it mailed to you, and you get that debit card and you can go to an ATM and withdraw that money, or you can go ahead and spend that debit card at stores like real cash, because it is real cash. Additionally, every single person would continually get, on the first of every month, a $1,000 reload onto their card, an additional $1,000 on their debit card every single month for a minimum of 12 months. And it ends 12 months after the pandemic ends. So this very well could last much, much longer than just 12 months. If you're a supporter of Andrew Yang or you've heard of universal basic income, you should be thinking this sounds identical to it. And really, that's kind of what it is. It is universal. It is an income for every single person. Doesn't matter who you are. You don't have to qualify or apply for it. You would just get this money. Now, of course, this is just a proposal. It is not law right now, but just the fact that we have these proposals should really tell you something. There's a big movement to get money into the hands of people who were affected, and they don't want to slow things down. They don't want to slow things down in any way. And unfortunately, with the stimulus bill that was just passed, a lot of people have been slowed down with getting the money in their accounts. For example, if you're on Social Security, disability, or veterans benefits, you haven't seen your checks yet, but I'm going to be talking later in the video when you will expect to receive those. So you may be thinking, this sounds great and everything. I'm totally behind the idea of everybody having a little bit more money to help them in times like these, but how are we going to pay for this? And this is actually where it becomes incredibly interesting. No new debt is actually going to be issued to pay for this. In fact, it's going to be the responsibility of the Treasury to mint, and so this is serious, this is actually in the bill, two $1 trillion coins, which they're going to say are worth $1 trillion, and they're going to take that over to the Federal Reserve, and the Federal Reserve is going to give them $1 trillion in exchange for their coins. This may seem very strange to you as well, because it certainly seems strange to me, and it's hilarious to actually see it in text in the actual bill itself. But here's where it's not funny. This is actually legal according to the plain text of the law. What do I mean by that? Well, this is what I mean. There's actually text in the bill that is, if you want to be specific, Title 31 of the U.S. Code gives the Treasury the ability to mint coins. Now, somebody in Congress was really, really literal and really, really clever because they looked at that and they said, wait, hold on. The Treasury can mint any coin they want, any coin. Why not just do $1 trillion coin? That sounds great. If we mint $1 trillion coin, that's the same thing as minting a $100 coin, which is currently the largest denomination that the Treasury mints. And so why not make it $1 trillion? I mean, when times are rough, you got to think outside of the box. Now, do I actually think that this will occur? Probably not, at least not in this way. I think it could occur in some manner. It could be scaled down and refined in some way, but again, that kind of takes away the beauty of the proposal, which is that it is completely equitable. It doesn't matter if you are an essential worker. It doesn't matter if you are somebody who is barely getting by or somebody who has saved for a while. Everyone is going to be treated the exact same under this proposal. I personally believe that we're going to see an expansion of unemployment benefits in the future if we still have this economic rut that we're stuck into today, because as of right now, the expanded unemployment insurance benefits are set to expire in July, which is pretty close to now, and I don't think things are going to be back to normal by July. I think that's most likely what is going to happen here, an expansion of unemployment insurance benefits. Not something like this proposal, but it is pretty interesting to talk about and to see traction gain with the universal basic income idea. I have no opinion about it one way or another. I could see the merits and the drawbacks, but I just think it is a pretty interesting proposal to keep your eye on. Now let's get into it. If you are a Social Security recipient or somebody on disability or railroad retirement benefits or veterans benefits, when are you going to see your first stimulus check? That is pretty relevant to you. You want to see your money in hand today. It's great to talk about $1 trillion coins all day, but you want your money. And I'm going to tell you when you're going to get it. According to the Washington Post, and they're quoting a Treasury Department person as saying this, Social Security recipients are set to receive their stimulus checks, the first stimulus check, by April 29th, automatically deposited into their accounts. And because the vast majority of Social Security recipients have direct deposit set up, you'll see it automatically credited. The same goes for those who are on disability. They will also see it by April 29th. Now, if you are on veterans benefits, it looks like, according to the Treasury, that you're going to see your stimulus check not on April 29th, but the first part of May. Now, if you're somebody who's not in Social Security, disability, or veterans benefits, but you still haven't received your stimulus check, I highly recommend going to the IRS page for filers or non-filers and entering your bank information. I know that a lot has been talked about this, and for a lot of people, they had frustrations because there were glitches in the system, but over the weekend, the Treasury and the IRS updated the portal to actually fix a lot of those problems. So you can expect to actually use that portal and actually see some progress there. So if you haven't entered your information, go there right now, see if it works for you. It very well could. If the IRS does not have your information, it's going to take quite a while to actually receive your stimulus check. I already received my stimulus check because I had used TurboTax to actually file my taxes the last few years, and I got my refund as a direct deposit with my banking information. So the IRS already had my information, but if they don't have yours, you could very well not see your check for a total of 5 months from now. And you don't want that to happen. You want to have your money now. You want to get your money now. So go to the IRS page, enter your information so that you can get it. It probably will take about a week from the time you enter your information to the time you receive your payment. At least that's what the IRS is saying right now. And as always, my name is Kevin Conway. I make personal finance videos like this one all the time. I bring you the latest stimulus news, so be sure to subscribe to the channel if you want to stay informed, and please give a like to the video if it helped you out in any way. I'll see you next time. Thanks.